Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to New Covenant Church TV. I hope you're having a great Monday, and I hope you're having a blessed week so far. It's great to see you here. If these videos are blessing you, please hit that share button right now. Help me get this word out there. But I did have something I wanted to share with you this week. A few weeks ago in church, we were all talking, and we had said that, many of us out there are not clinically diagnosed with depression, but that we've all experienced a form of depression at one stage or another in our life. What comes with depression? Feelings of loneliness, sadness, like you're not moving anywhere, like you're in this alone. And we've all experienced that. And this week and next week, I wanted to start a two-part series to tell you how I've been there and some things that I've done to kind of help break out of this. And let me tell you, sometimes you just need to shake these feelings off of you. And I want to give you some encouragement and some advice to kind of help you do that if you're experiencing that. Now, I don't want you to think that just because I'm a pastor or a preacher that I've never experienced that before, because I have. Let me tell you a secret. All preaching is somebody telling you to do something that they don't do themselves. That's just the honest truth right there. I have experienced this as well. I remember in my late high school years or early college years, I remember feeling like, well, what's my purpose in life? Why am I here? Do I even belong here? And those feelings of sadness would just overtake me and would just dominate my life. But I remember the one thing that I felt more than anything was feeling stuck. And I think if you're experiencing depression, I think that is like the thing that annoys you the most is that you just feel stuck and you feel like you're not moving anywhere. Maybe you are taking care of the kids and just going to work and coming home and just doing that routine. Or maybe you have like a physical limitation that's keeping you from achieving a dream or doing something you want to do. Well, if that's you, I'm not going to say, why do you feel depressed? I'm going to say, why wouldn't you? Because I think that God has put in our nature that we are to always be moving forward. We are always to go forward and progress. The Bible's very clear that we are to go, one scripture says, from glory to glory. Paul says he runs in a race, always moving forward, never looking back. He says that to leave the basic elementary teachings of Christ and the gospel behind and move on to perfection. So there's this theme that God has put in our nature, that he wants us to progress and to move forward. So I don't want you to think that if you're feeling that you're alone, because you're not. Everybody has felt that out there. Now, if that's you, there's one thing that I think you need to first do in order to shake this off of you. And that's, you need to realize where you're at and realize where you want to go. You can't go anywhere until you first realize where you're at. So to reveal this to you, what I want us to do is do an exercise. If you're watching this video, please do this exercise because it is going to impact your life and it's very simple. What I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper like this and fold it in fours, like so. Fold it in fours. And then what I want you to do is I want you to think about the 4 most important things in your life. So for example, it would be maybe like this: family, friends, money, and God. Something like that, for example. And I want you to write those 4 things on the top part of each of those 4 quadrants and then underline them. Those 4 things are the most important things in your life. Then what I want you to do is I want you to picture yourself 5 years down the road from now, sitting in a restaurant and eating in a booth by yourself. And then somebody, maybe from back then, sees you and says, wow, it's great to see you. And y'all begin a conversation. And I want you to think in your head that as you're sitting there talking to that person, you're realizing that your life is just going really great. And then that person asks you, why are things going so great for you? And what I want you to do next is I want you to write how each one of these 4 things has improved in the next 5 years. How would you see these things improving in the next 5 years? What does improvement look like for each one? So maybe for example, like God, where do you want to be in 5 years with God? Talking to him more, speaking with him more, feeling his presence more. With money, maybe you want to make $10,000 more a year or something, in 5 years. Write that down right there. Keep thinking of reasons. And if you get stuck, picture that person telling you, tell me more, and just begin filling these things up. And then what I want you to do after you have it filled up, you can take a moment. I want you to look at it and realize that this is where you want to be in 5 years. Because this is why things are going so well for you in the next 5 years. Because the most important areas in your life are improving and are progressing, are getting better in the next 5 years. And so now, my friends, you have a map of where you are, where you want to be, and the things you want to see improved in your life. And my friends, maybe the reason why you feel, a little stuck and a little depressed is because these things that are most important to you, they're not where you want them to be. And that's understandable because we're all there. We've all experienced that. So if that's you, let this be your map. And next week, we're going to talk a little more about how we can get there and how we can shake these feelings of depression off of our life. So my friends, if this message blessed you, I really want you to hit that share button right now and help me get this word out there that there's some great things going on at New Covenant Church. Thank y'all for joining me here this Monday, and I'll see you guys next week.